Sometimes life feels like you're surrounded by shadows, like nothing you do matters, like the world is moving forward while you stay stuck. Aram walked home slowly that evening, shoulders heavy, mind racing. Every day at work it felt like he was invisible. His ideas were ignored, promotions went to others, and no matter how hard he tried, it never seemed enough. He sighed. "Why am I like this? Why can't I get anywhere?" he whispered to himself. The streets were quiet, the city lights flickering, and for the first time in weeks, he decided to take a small detour through the neighborhood park. It was a familiar path, but that day, something caught his eye. A tiny plant, growing in the cracks of the pavement, barely getting sunlight, surrounded by concrete and trash. Most people would have walked past, but Aram stopped. He bent slightly, studying it, and felt a strange connection. "How is this even alive?" he murmured. An old janitor sweeping nearby noticed him staring. "You see that plant, young man?" the janitor asked, with a gentle smile. "It's growing in the harshest spot, and yet, it's still reaching for the sun. Most people don't even notice it, but it doesn't stop. It just keeps growing." Aram nodded slowly, and suddenly, a thought struck him. He realized that, just like the plant, he'd been trying to grow in a harsh environment, but expecting perfect conditions to succeed. He'd been waiting for recognition, for validation, for circumstances to be right. And in the meantime, he had been doubting himself, feeling stuck, letting stress control him. The plant didn't wait. It didn't complain. It just kept growing, silently, patiently, toward the light. Aram looked around, at the busy city, at his own struggles, and he understood. Growth doesn't require perfect conditions. It requires patience, resilience, and the courage to keep going, even when no one notices. The next morning, he decided to act differently. He focused on small steps, completing one task at a time, speaking up once, sharing one idea, even if it went unnoticed. He reminded himself that slow progress is still progress, and that consistency, even in difficult conditions, leads to growth. Days turned into a week, and Aram noticed small changes. Colleagues started acknowledging his efforts. He felt more confident, and for the first time in months, he felt alive. Not because life had changed drastically, but because he had started to grow, silently, like the little plant in the pavement. Every time he felt stuck, stressed, or overlooked, he remembered the plant. If it can grow here, I can keep growing too. And slowly, he began to trust himself, to trust the process, to trust that even in darkness, light was possible. And that, he realized, was the real lesson. Life doesn't need perfect conditions for growth. Persistence, patience, and faith allow you to thrive, even in darkness. If this story touched your heart even a little, a like and subscribe would mean the world. Your support helps me share more stories like this, with lessons that can change lives.